All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with our League One recap show that I do every year after playing through a season. As you see, here's the league table. We finished 18 points clear of Chesterfield. It was much tighter than that, I will say. I will also mention that we finished the season winning the final 15 games of the league. That is awesome. So that pretty much blew it wide open. As you see, our goals allowed. We just at this level they just don't score against us. The 80 goals scored is actually pretty darn good, considering I think in the Xbox 360 version we scored like 56 goals or something. But we did pretty good. As you see, Chesterfield and Scunthorpe also were promoted, and then Rochdale wound up winning the League Two playoff, so they're promoted. As you see, the bottom of the table, Accrington, Morecambe, and Newport all finished at the bottom. But again, because there isn't like the English Conference, nobody gets relegated from League Two. Scrolling through the FA Cup, as you see, Spurs beat Man United in the final to win. We had actually, if you remember our last video, we had lost to Man United in the round of 32, the fourth round, who then went on to beat Liverpool, as you see in the top left. The Capital One Cup, as you see us over on the near the upper right, where we lost to Spurs in the round of 16. Who then went on to lose to the eventual champions, Chelsea. And the Johnstone Paint Trophy, Bradford beat Hartlepool in the final. This is a tournament that we got knocked out way too early in. And I think next year we're going to make a really strong run in this. Mainly because we're much deeper than we were when we played our first game in that tournament. It was really early. As we look at the squad report, we are up to a 3-star now, so that's pretty sweet. Jack Butland with his annoying picture. None of his goalkeeping attributes went up, but a lot of his physical and mental. So whatever, it led to +1. As you see, Yedlin moved up 2 to a 68. Kid's got speed to burn. And Gollum moved up 3 to a 64. Zimmerman moved up 4 to a 65. Excuse me. One of the things we're going to look in the next transfer window, we're going to need some center backs, better ones than this. The one guy I'm looking at is a kid from Austria. I think he says 22. His name's Schar. His value went from like 2.5 million to 7 million over the course of the last couple months. So I think that might be out of our range. But anyways, Mbai moved up 4 to a 67. Azog moved up 4 to a 67. Wallace moved up 4 to a 67. Kind of a recurring theme here. Bartram moved up 4 to a 68. Gill moved up 4 to a 70. Yasil moved up 4 to a 68. Mamadou moved up 3 to a 65. Marshall moved up 3 to a 66. Again, by stats alone, he should be starting ahead of Tunkara, but with the way, when I get to show you the actual goal scored and everything, you'll realize why I keep starting Mamadou ahead of him. Shrivers moved up 1 to a 64. I would play this guy more if he had better stamina. As you see, it's only a 36. Gall moved up 1 to a 66. Manakana, we might have. In the Xbox 360 version, he moved up quite a bit. In this, he hasn't moved up an inch. Not one attribute went up. So, and on top of that, he's unhappy. So yeah. Cyrus Christie moved up 4 to a 67. He's actually asking for a raise, so I might have to. Right now we have like $0, so I might have to. I'll probably sign him when we get some more money next season. But yeah, right now it's on ice. Slachev moved up 4 to a 64. He's another one we might have to let go. As you see, he's unhappy, and I don't know. Werner moved up 2 to a 67. Tom Warren is a youth player we just signed recently. I don't know why he's unhappy, but he's a 58 at 16. I put him on a loan, or at least I'm trying to loan him out. Mireles is another youth player we signed during the season. He's moved up 1 to a 62. Both of these players, Warren and Mireles, have really high ceilings, like upper 80s, lower 90s. Ryan Bird moved up 3 to a 59. Crecho moved up 1 to a 61. He's a player that's asking to be transferred, so we may look into that. Mahone, yeah, we didn't even play him a single game. He docked 3 to his 58. Racone stayed at, well, he's another player we're trying to get rid of. Dever moved up 1 to a 59. Sullivan moved up none. He's still at 59. Ferry stayed the same at 63. John moved up 1 to a 60. Danny East moved up 2 to a 60. Sonny Bradley moved up 4 to a 63. Craddock moved up 1 to a 60. Painter actually docked some points. He's actually signed, as you see, joining Birmingham City when his contract expires, which it expires in, like, I don't know, a couple days. I'm not even going to pronounce that name. I'll just call him Yassine. He's a 61 still. This is another guy who's retiring. He docked 3 to a 59. Tarbuck moved up 3 to a 53. His contract also expires in the matter of a couple days. So, yeah. Transfers, I'll show you my short list real quick. Ta, who we got from, we had him the last one. And there's that Shar guy. I don't know why it's not saying anything now. Nathan Ake. Ostinale, Shabala. This is a guy I really want to get. He's got good potential. He's a defensive midfielder. He could be the replacement for Slachev. Januze. And this kid is someone I just started reading about, Maximilian Meyer. I think this kid's got something special. I'm looking at him, but I'm a little unsure about him. Because we only play one attacking midfielder and we already have Gauld and Gill. But anyways, my youth staff, I have a double 5-star scout who's available, but again, if you look at our transfers, we have no money to send him anywhere, so we got to wait, until the next season starts. Our youth academy is currently just 2 players. Lancaster, who looks to be a pretty good player. I'm guessing that would probably be like a left winger, but I can never tell. And then Marston could be a left midfielder or a center midfielder. It's still really too early. He's got a really high potential, but he's a guy we just signed, so we're not quite sure, how he's going to pan out. If those overall numbers are going to dip or what. As you look at the League Two, Tunkara, as you see there, finished with 20 goals, one behind the league leader. I'm not sure if we have anybody else in this list, and we don't. Assists, Gill finished 1 off. He had 12. Manakana had 7, as well as Tunkara. Oh yeah, and Yasil had 10. So we got 4 guys in the top 11 there. And there's 2 more. Wallace and Gold finished with 6 apiece. And then Butland finished with 14 clean sheets, finishing second. And Carson, who was our starting goalkeeper at the beginning of the year, was on this list, and I have no idea what happened to him. And then yellow cards, don't worry, we didn't got none. Team stats, let's look at that real quick. We'll look at goals. As you see, Craddock finished with 10, Yasil with 9, Shrivers with 8, Zimmerman with 5. All 5 of those, by the way, were from corner kicks, so that's pretty sweet. Martial with 4, Barcham and Gold with 4, Azog finished with 3, Wallace finished with 2, Werner with 2, Racone with 2, Bradley with 2, Bird and Manakana and Crecho and Ingala and Gill all had 1. And there's the assists. So pretty spread out. Clean sheets. Tunkara, look at that. 27 of the 30 games he appeared in, he had clean sheet. And look at that, we actually had four yellow cards. So mark that up as, something we don't normally have. Averages, Azog just played lights out in that defensive midfielder spot. Tunkara, and then Slachev again. I mean, that's pretty good. So, and then probably near the bottom, Sullivan, not good. Racone, Bird, Ferry, Manakana, Butland, that's actually not too good. So, I feel like this one's only 12 minutes right now. It's kind of a shortened video. I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't think of anything else we really need to talk about. Yeah, as you see, we're a 3-star team there. Everybody's up. Yeah. So center backs are really what we're going for. I'm going to take Manakana out here and put in Miereles. We got, like I said, some guys, their contracts are expiring, and then other guys we're just going to get rid of. We have, one thing I think we should probably look for is maybe a guy who can take free kicks, because we have nobody. But at the same time, when I think about it, we probably only had 5 free kicks throughout the entire season. So at least that we're in a scoring range. But yeah, so anyways, that's season 1. We'll pop back in. Again, we'll be in League 1 next year. And we'll have, Capital One Cup, FA Cup, Johnstone Paint Trophy stuff to bring. Should be exciting. A new year, new players, better team. I think we'll have. I think we're already set the way we are for a good run at League 1. 3-star team, that probably puts us already on the top. But anyways, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next season. Adios, peoples.